only a kid when I left Earth. I had no idea what the universe had in store for me.
Our worlds are facing an unstoppable threat. You guys are our last chance.
I guess we're stuck together, partners.
So your character Gamora is pretty kick-ass. How kick-ass is Zoe Saldana?
Not at all. Are you kidding me? I see a spider in my house and I run in the opposite direction. And I have to like call the neighbors to come and get the little spider. I wish I was kick-ass, but what I love about what I do is that I get to pretend that I am, therefore I sometimes believe it. And that helps.
You've been on a string of movies where you played that tough girl role, and now you're in this. Aren't you afraid of being typecast?
No, because I don't see it as tough roles. That the fact that I play women that are physically agile is very different from women that are rigid. You know, whenever they go, oh, you play tough roles, I always get a sense that what people are meaning is like I play rigid characters, and it's not. These are characters that are very vulnerable, that are very emotional, that have gone through a lot, that are broken. So I don't find any kind of rigidness in that. The fact that they can hold a gun and defend themselves is a different story. That's just women. We actually can do that. Not as stealthily as Gamora does, but women can definitely defend themselves.
Female superheroes in movies are less prominent. It's usually the male superheroes who end up saving the day. Do you think that's changing with Guardians of the Galaxy? Do you think a female superhero is gonna save the day?
I think so. I mean, well, in the last Captain America, you sort of saw the Black Widow do that. So I love the fact that Marvel Comics is incorporating more females in their action movies, because if they didn't, it would just become very boring, I guess, to do it always the same as the males save the day and the females are always the ones that need to be rescued. It's also not an accurate depiction of women.
Yeah. Looking at the trailer, there's a scene where your character is leaning in to Star-Lord for a kiss. Is there a little something going on?
Well, he's leaning into me. I'm not the one going over
Right.
to kiss him. So he's definitely trying to take advantage. There's definitely something about them, about Gamora and Quill, that they're kind of inquisitive about each other, even though they keep their distance. You know, and I think that he's such a smooth operator that whenever there's a female around and he has the opportunity, he will seize the moment. It just doesn't quite work every time he tries to do it with Gamora.
They say blondes have more fun, but you've played a blue-skinned character in Avatar, and now you're in green. Which is more fun?
I'd say Gamora has a little more fun, but maybe it's the fact that I've just played her, so I had a great time playing her. But she's definitely has a little more sense of humor than Neytiri, even though Neytiri has a very innocent nature to her, and she keeps herself very playful. So, but I think Gamora has a little more fun.
The film has a bit of a comedic edge to it, which is different from a lot of stuff you've done. Was that a challenge?
Well, if I think about it, if I think about being funny, it will be a challenge. And the reality is that I don't think I'm funny, even though everybody around me thinks I'm funny. I really don't, because I'm serious when I say things. I really am. No, I'm not. But I feel like the best way, because I've done a couple of comedies before, I feel like the best way to do a comedy, at least for me, is to not play the funny stuff. It's to play the reality of it all. And that's what makes it even funnier. So, and I just leave the funny parts for the funny people. So, you know, Chris Pratt, who's funny already, brought in so much humor that all I had to do was kind of bring in the logic and the boring stuff, and then in hopes that it will just become funny like that.
Now you're doing something totally different in your upcoming movie. You're actually going to be singing in the upcoming biopic with Nina Simone, right? What was that like?
A very different experience from Guardians. Even though I did have to go through a makeup process that wasn't as demanding as the one from Guardians, but you know, to play a real person is, at least for me, is much more difficult than to play a fictional character. There's a great level of delicacy that you have to treat. You have to treat it all because you have to maintain a lot of respect and sensitivity because this person was here. Nina Simone has been everything to me since I was very, very young. And I'm pretty sure for a lot of people. So I hope that once the movie is able to come out, hopefully someday, people will just be able to see it with an open heart and remember her, which is why we chose to do this movie. It's just so we can remember her and keep her music alive forever.
No thing like me except me.
They call themselves the Guardians of the Galaxy. This might not be the best idea.